Direct on location from Palm Springs, California, this is a sneak preview of The Ron Russell Show. From Hollywood, Palm Springs, doing celebrity interviews, a sneak preview on Proud Television. Tonight on The Ron Russell Show, a conversation with Lorna Luft. This is a special sneak preview edition. You can see the entire program at proudtv.com or on your Kimbo box coming next month.
Hey Lorna, I'm sorry I'm late, honey.
That's
How
all right.
are you?
Fine, thank you.
You know, I can't hear too good.
Why?
Last night, the whistles, the screaming, the banging from your audience, I went deaf. I swear some queen next to me gave head to a flute and swallowed it. Now, I'm not going to ask you that dumb old question. What is it like being the daughter of Judy Garland, the sister of Liza Minnelli? I mean, really, isn't that the most boring question?
Well, it's just sort of a question that I don't know how to answer because I don't have anything to compare it to.
Exactly.
So.
And you're your own person. You're your own star. Oh, yes, you are, my darling.
Thanks.
And I want to thank you for being who you are and giving to the gay community what you give. And I think what's happening to these kids today is they really want to know what it's like to make love without fear. Remember the days when we could make love?
They're not going to do that.
Well, remember the days when we could make love and the worst that you can get are crabs or syphilis?
Right, well, those days are gone.
I know, now you
But
die.
the thing, you don't die, okay? You
Quickly.
You don't die as quickly.
Right.
But the point being is that you have to be responsible. And you have to take responsibility for your behavior.
Are you listening to that? Lorna Luft said
I'm sorry, but I
responsibility.
do. I'm
Take
really.
responsibility.
I'm really.
I want to know, how do you
big believer.
feel about gay marriage?
How do I feel about
Yeah.
gay marriage?
I think it's
I don't get the big deal.
Neither do I.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
I mean, I'm sorry. I
What's
mean,
the problem?
I don't know.
I'm married to Stephen. See my ring? Stephen's married to me. We don't have it legal, but
But-
we live like married
But
people.
I mean, I don't get it. You know, as I said, I spend a lot of time, as I said, in England, and we, you know, because I think, you know, Europe is so much older, I mean, and they do have a tendency to see some of the things that people are rising up against here, and they do laugh and say, what's wrong with them?
Exactly.
And they do, because it's just so stupid. The one thing I believe, though, that if gay marriage does become incredibly, I mean, if
Legal.
it becomes legal.
Which it will, in time.
Hopefully it
Oh,
will.
it will.
Okay, but it has to become, you have to have the exact same benefits and the
Yes.
bad stuff as we do.
Passed away from pancreatic cancer 4 years ago. And I went through the horrors of being in the hospital and being told by the doctors, you're nothing to him, leave. You can't be with him. You have no rights to him. And when he passed away, I wanted him cremated. He wanted to be cremated. And we cremated him before we even told his family he had passed, because they wanted to bury him on Long Island. And he didn't want that.
Right.
So I hadn't any legal rights at all. Not to mention, he was getting $1,300 a month Social Security, which
Right.
now the government gets and I don't get.
Right.
So, and I was with him 43 years. I think I'm
I
entitled
mean,
to
I
all of
think
it.
that if you're going to push for the
Yeah.
then, but understand the downfalls and
Well,
and
yeah,
everything.
no, I agree with
Then
you
I think
100%.
it's I
agree.
have no issues
Well, the 3
at all.
years you lived with your guy, wasn't that a little shaky and a little scary? Aren't you feeling better now that you have that stupid paper?
No,
I know
it
I
doesn't
would.
matter to me.
Oh, no, it would matter to
To
me.
be honest with you, I'll tell you something. I was with my husband 5 years before we got married,
Okay,
and I was
shaky? You didn't feel like you
No.
could walk out the door
No.
and it didn't mean anything?
No.
And you're not married?
no, I never felt that way.
And now that you're married, you don't even know you have
No.
the paper?
It didn't matter to me. It mattered that we understood where we wanted to be with each other. All right?
She's
And-
so gorgeous. You got to see this face in person.
We're going to hold it right there.
See, my feeling about the whole gay marriage thing is I think people are too hung up on that word, okay? If you want to, I don't care what you call it, but have the legal rights, good and bad, together, all right? And if you don't want to call it marriage, don't call it marriage. If you want to call it whatever the word is, fine. But if that, I believe that people must have their equal rights
Definitely.
All right? And that's what I think is so important, because, again, as you know, I hate labels. We're all human beings. We're all in the same boat together. So whatever you're
Run
going to
by
call it.
President Bush at the pilot.
Well, I have to say, I'm not going to go there because I can't bear talking about him.
Me neither.
Because I get really like, plates could go flying, but never mind.
Lorna, good
But
for you.
no, my feeling is that just treat each other, the way that we should be treated.
Sure.
And if it's, if you're going to have a relationship and you want to be whatever it is, married,
Sure.
whatever, have the same legal rights as we all must have.
That's how it has to be, because
Yeah.
you cannot divide. Everybody's equal. Every law is for everyone. All
Right.
Americans, our laws apply.
Right.
So I think anyone that got married thinks, I'm in love, I'm getting married. We don't think the divorce. But if the divorce comes, yes, it'll be just like heteros.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what it should be.
It has to be. There's
It
no other way
has
to
to
write
be.
it.
There's no way
No other
around
way
it.
to write it.
It's basically, if you want the whole picture, get the whole picture.
I mean, pity Elizabeth Taylor never thought of that with all of her marriages. I mean, she just gets married because she wants to sleep with them.
Well,
No, it's true. She told me that. She said, I only marry the men I screw. In other words, no, she won't go to bed with them until she marries them.
Oh,
No,
dear.
really, it's the truth. Elizabeth Taylor has never screwed anybody she didn't marry.
Well, I don't think that all these the people that watch your show should really be learning from that.
No,
I don't
but
think she
no,
should have
no,
a
Liz has said,
show on
I
marriage.
think Liz has said this publicly. I mean, I've heard Liz say it to me, because I tease her about, all the hotels have Elizabeth Taylor married rooms, in case she's in town. Lorna, you're a delight, you're wonderful. On behalf of the gay community and myself, we love you. Our
On
community.
people.
Well, we're a people,
Yeah.
a proud people, on a
Yeah.
proud network. I
Thank
want to
you.
thank you, and I want you to come back again.
Okay.
And I really love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good, and I really mean that, Lorna.